We need your help in continuing to fight the spread of COVID-19. If you are eligible to receive the COVID vaccine, I encourage you to do so. If you have family members or loved ones who are eligible, I would ask that you encourage them to be vaccinated. You and they, in doing so, will protect yourselves, your family, your friends, your co-workers, and our community.
With a mission to deliver fiscally responsible, highly dependable services to the citizens of our community and the region with integrity and professionalism, this is the City of Albany Commission Meeting with Mayor Bo Duro, Mayor Pro Tem John Howard, Ward 1, Matt Fuller, Ward 2, BJ Fletcher, Ward 3, Chad Warbington, Ward 4, Bob Langstaff Jr., Ward 5, Demetrius Young, Ward 6, City Manager Sharon Subadan, City Clerk Sonia Talbert, and City Attorney Nathan Davis. This is the City of Albany Commission Meeting.
Good morning. Welcome to the special call meeting of the Albany City Commission. It's March 7th, 2021. Ms. Kelly, would you call the roll?
Ward 1.
Here.
Ward 2.
Here.
Ward 3.
Here.
Ward 4.
Ward 4 is here.
Ward 5.
Here.
Ward 6.
Here.
Mayor.
Mayor's here. Would you call the roll, please, Ms. Kelly? Oh, I'm sorry. Would you read the call?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Dear Mayor and Commissioners, there will be a special called City Commission virtual meeting on Tuesday, March 9th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. in room 100 of the Government Center building located at 222 Pine Avenue, Albany, Georgia. The purpose of the meeting is for the Mayor and Board of Commissioners to adopt the following ordinance. Amending Article 1, Sections 6 through 5B of Chapter 6 of the Code of City Albany regarding sale of alcoholic beverages. Sincerely, Sharon D. Subadan, City Manager. It was signed by Commissioner Howard, Commissioner Worthington, and Commissioner Young. And the others were notified via email.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kelly. All right, Mr. Davis, apparently there were some typographical mistakes, so we made some errors in changing the hours. Could you explain to us what that issue is?
Yes, sir. I own this. In the ordinance itself, the real issue dealt with the provision. I'll say the major issue dealt with the provision where certain employees could remain until 5 a.m. and that was deleted. And the error is in. You have a draft attached to your agenda, line 7 in section 2. The error was I typed 11 a.m. and it should have just stayed 8 a.m. There was no discussion or no issue over the, this is the prohibition Monday through Friday, and it should stay 2:55 a.m. to 8 a.m., not until 11 a.m. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Mr. Howard?
No question.
Mayor Pro Tem?
No questions.
Mr. Fletcher?
No questions.
Mr. Warmington?
No questions.
Commissioner Langstaff?
No questions.
Commissioner Young?
Nothing.
Okay, my only question, I think I sent everybody a copy of, I was wondering why alcohol beverages, the sale started at 8 a.m. the following morning. I thought 11 a.m. would be more reasonable, but if there's no wish to discuss that option, is there any interest in addressing that issue? If not, would there be a motion?
Mayor,
Yes.
I offer the ordinance and ask for unanimous consent with dispense of the second reading and act for its adoption.
Is there a second?
Yeah, Ward 4, second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Commissioner Howard.
No further discussion.
Mayor Pro Tem.
No discussion.
Commissioner Fletcher.
No discussion.
Commissioner Warrington.
No discussion.
Commissioner Langstaff.
No discussion.
Commissioner Young.
No discussion.
With that, Ms. Kelly, could we call for the vote?
Ward 1,
Yes.
Ward 2,
Yes.
Ward 3,
Yes.
Ward 4,
Yes.
Ward 5,
Yes.
Ward 6, Ward 6.
Yes.
Mayor.
Mayor votes yes. Before we adjourn, on items for future agenda, does anybody have anything? I do. Commissioner Howard?
I have nothing for next week's agenda.
Okay. Mayor Pro Tem?
Nothing at this time.
Commissioner Fletcher?
Nothing, sir.
Commissioner Warrington?
No new items.
Commissioner Langstaff?
Nothing at this time.
Commissioner Young?
Nothing further.
Okay, the two issues I have, first, about the Ritz Cultural Center. Mr. Davis, if you could tell us who owns the Ritz Cultural Center, I would appreciate that. Ms. Subadan, you mentioned before that it would cost $300,000 to remediate that building. I'd like to know if there's been an inspection, and if so, I need a copy of it, and also if there's an estimate of repair. I understand that someone else has looked at it. If we can get a copy of that, I'd like to see it. And also, I think we need to do a more recent and probably more extensive inspection so we know what the cost of removing the asbestos and the mold from the building would be before we proceed any further. And then secondly, I would like the board to consider a member of the commission sitting in on PAGs when proposals are considered in the future. And if there's a problem with that procedurally or otherwise, we can address that. We just put that on the agenda. Is that agreeable?
Yes, sir. I think we've already started working on the Ritz Cultural Center. I thought I'd sent that, but we'll have that for you. And we can put an agenda item. The agenda's already gone out for next week, so we can put it on the first work session in April.
Okay, and the other thing, if we had the ability to sort of establish, I think the Ritz started operating in '91, if I'm correct. And then the programming ceased in 2011. But if we could find some more detailed facts about the operation of the Ritz Cultural Center, that would be helpful. I would assume the entity, I mean, I know Professor Berry was involved in the operation of the Ritz. There should be some records of the entity, whatever it was or whatever entities were responsible for operating. I mean, I would think they would have some record somewhere. But with that, any other comments?
Mr. Mayor, you probably could.
Hold on. Any other comments?
you probably
Commissioner Howard?
check.
No comment.
Okay, I'll get to you, Commissioner Young. Mayor Pro Tem?
No comment.
Commissioner Fletcher?
I think Frank Wilson has some records on that, Mayor. I'll call him, but other than that, no comment.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Warrington?
Nothing further.
Commissioner Langstaff?
Nothing further.
Commissioner Young? Yes, sir.
To that question that you had, I was gonna say, you probably could check with Dr. James Hill, who's a retired professor from Albany State. He was actually chairman, probably as chairman of the board of the, and also, Helen Young as well, who was on the board for the Ritz Cultural Center.
Okay, that should be helpful. And with that, the meeting would stand adjourned. Thank you.
We need your help in continuing to fight the spread of COVID-19. If you are eligible to receive the COVID vaccine, I encourage you to do so. If you have family members or loved ones who are eligible, I would ask that you encourage them to be vaccinated. You and they, in doing so, will protect yourselves, your family, your friends, your co-workers, and our community.